It is evident that Mr. John had no other option.
Done. Go to hell.
28 lives mattered.
Officer, first respondent.
Just of course I do driving as a profession.
Could you give me some few minutes to explain myself?
Or let one person die.
Officer,
Welcome to today's court proceedings, and today we're having a case. The first one is between Mr. Francis and Madam John. The second case is between Paris and Jacob, and the third case is between Paul and the Republic. Back to the prosecutor.
officer, bring me the first respondent. Please tell the courts what your full names are.
My names are Mr. John Kamiti.
Do you swear to speak the truth in this court of law?
Yes, I'll speak the truth, nothing but the truth.
Do you know what has brought you here?
Yes,
You're aware. Madam Frank is accusing you of knocking and killing his 22-year-old son. Is that true?
Before I plead either, I would like to make an explanation.
You have 3 minutes to do that.
Thank you. It was on Saturday when I was heading towards Langata to drop my passengers. Of course, I do driving as a profession. Unfortunately, there was a bus, a 64 passenger bus, which was heading towards me, and the bus was trying to overtake a lorry and was almost engaging or knocking my vehicle and the passengers that I was carrying. So I tried to move outside the road, and unfortunately there was a pedestrian who was beside the road, and I knocked the pedestrian. It was not intentional, but it was all I could do. Remember, I was trying to get away from the scene to save more deaths from happening. So, if I would ask Mrs. Frank, if you are in my position, what could you have done?
Madam Frank,
Let 78 passengers die, or let one person die to save 78 lives?
Madam Frank, answer the question.
It is evident that Mr. John had no other option than to knock down one passenger to save the life of 78 others. Therefore, the court found Mr. John not guilty and released him with no charges. The court is dismissed. Welcome to yet another session of this case. Today we are going to have 3 cases. The first case is between Dr. Frank and Mr. John. The second case is between Miss Paris and the government. And the third case is between Sir Brian and some police officers. Back to you.
Officer, first respondent. Dr. Frank,
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. John over there is accusing you of killing a wife when she was a patient in Mata Hospital. She claims that you used the body parts to treat some other patients. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty. But would you give me some few minutes to explain myself?
You have 3 minutes to do that.
Okay. I accept I killed his wife at Mata Hospital. I was stranded in northern part of Kenya. There was no any help available at that time. I had 6 patients. one being his wife, Miss John. I had other 5 patients who needed body parts so as they can survive. Miss John was at a point of dying. If I'd let her to die and let the other 5 die also, I don't think I would have done the right thing. So I chose to kill his wife to save the lives of the other 5. So I killed his wife and used their body parts to treat the 5 patients, whom one had a kidney failure, the other one had a heart failure, the other one had a lung failure, and the other one had a pancreas failure. I was able to make the 5 survive, but unfortunately, Mrs. John, that is John's wife, I messed with her life. I want to ask Mr. John, if he was in my position, what could he do?
Mr. John, what could you have done?
To answer that question, first of all, I'm very sorrowful for making this accusation against Mr. Frank. In fact, I should be applauding Mr. Frank for making such a very brilliant idea, because in the last 1 month, I was in the same course, I was in the same court. I was accused of knocking one passenger to save 78 lives. The woman who had accused me, after hearing my story, my case, went to tears and left the court and was set free.
What's wrong, Dr. Frank? Why are you crying?
I can't believe that the world is so small. They say what goes around comes around. Mr. John, I knew this person, Mr. John, but I didn't know it was you. Actually, the woman who had accused you was my wife. I was at Mata Hospital in the northern Kenya, still attending to patients. And she informed me about the case. And after she came at the court and listened to your side story, she became so emotional. And I also heard it. And actually, you did what any upright person could do. We can't let lives of 78 people to die, all to end, trying to save a life of one person. That's so good of you. I'm so humbled.
I now believe that some things won't make sense to you until they happen to you. Mr. John here chose to save the life of society over my wife. And he has also accepted that 78 lives mattered over his only son. And I think I'll be so selfish not to accept that the life of 5 patients mattered over the life of my wife, Mrs. John. Therefore, I withdraw the accusations.
So, since you have heard both parties talk, it is evident that Dr. Frank had no other option other than letting the person die to save 5 people. He actually did what any upright person would do. Therefore, the courts find Dr. Frank not guilty and release him with no charges.